told you I teach you literature.
Right, you looking? No, thank you so much for such a fantastic applause. Unfortunately, I must say, I can't see him get better this tonight. So, what I'm going to do is go out on top for us all to raise our glasses to Darren and Natasha. Yay! That was easy, wasn't it? Just a little joke. Just a little joke. So I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, who are these two ushers up here with best men suits on, just like myself? Lads, you've been absolutely fantastic. Go sit down now, so there's loads of like, knives and forks you can put down or whatever, plates to clean. But go and sit down. No, of course I'm joking. So, as you're probably aware, Darren has three best men. So for those of you who don't know us yet, shame on you. How good we look. We are Ollie, Matt and Dave, and we are Darren's best men. So what you've probably been wondering for a while is, why does Darren think he should have three best men? We should put these down. Well, this is something that we've been wondering for a long time. There are a number of reasons that we have considered. So maybe Darren just thinks he's extra special, he's everyone's best friend. Or does Darren just think he needs three of us because he's a real demanding madam and wants as many people running around our room as possible? Who knows? Or is Darren just too weak to choose, but he knows, we all know, it's me, really. But the real reason, it is the real reason. It's probably because Darren is a quality guy who is greatly liked, if not loved, by anyone who has the pleasure of knowing him. As such, it was inevitable that Darren would have such a large number of close friends, all of whom he would regard as best men. And this is not just limited to the three of us, but many others here today. Maybe even Fred. Maybe not. So we've all been lucky to be close friends with Darren since we were young kids. Yesterday on the boat party, I was speaking to Darren's mum Trish, and she said how moved she was that Darren had such a great group of friends, and the fact that we were all together in Turkey, and we'd made such an effort to be there. But given that how much we all love Darren, I don't think there's any doubt that all of us would come and support him and Natasha on such a big and important occasion. Unfortunately, the quality of his group of friends may be questioned when they spend the majority of their day in a swimming pool, in a circle, humming a song and pretending that they're crabs. Not that one. So, anyway, moving on. It gives us honour and it makes us feel very proud that some of the qualities of Darren consider us worthy of doing this job and standing out here today representing all his other friends. Because Darren, you are a man of an outrageous number of qualities, and that your weaknesses are things to simply mock and laugh at rather than to hate you for. Because you are dependable, he's loving, definitely hardworking. Occasionally he can be funny, reasonably considerate, supportive, and infinitely more things. He's a man that any of us could and certainly would turn to for anything, and we know he'll always be there to help. We feel this is a testament to his fantastic parents and family. And we are sure it is what drew Natasha to him to take her classes in today. Because we are certain it's not that crazy moon face. As such, Natasha's parents, Rhonda, Barbaros, we are sure by knowing you don't want enough, we'd just like to take this opportunity to reassure you that in Darren, your daughter has found a guy who you can be confident, will love and cherish, and keep safe for the rest of their lives.
Thanks Ollie, thanks Dave. You may see the massive script they've got in their hands. I don't need one of them. I'm only kidding, I don't get it. It's bigger than this. So guys, those are our warm and gooey feelings about Darren. But as true best men, we can't just talk about his positives. We also need to discuss his negatives. Unfortunately, without expanding his ego any further, it was tough enough coming up with some, apart from his big moon face, as Dave has just touched on. As Dave has already said, his negatives are funny and not detestable. Firstly, it is widely reported that Darren is the most boring man where he works in Lush. But to be fair, he does work with G and Fred, and they're pretty awesome, so it must be quite difficult. Darren has two main flaws. Firstly, he is grumpy when he doesn't get enough sleep, and secondly, he's even more grumpy when he doesn't get enough to eat. However, this is easily fixed. So Natasha, it is very simple. Feed him well and regularly, and most importantly, let him get his beauty sleep. Bear me a sec. Something for Natasha. We have asked Darren's mum to write a couple of tips to pass on to Natasha on how to keep Darren happy.
There was one reoccurring negative aspect about Darren that we probably think strange and probably rather desperate on our parts to discuss it, but we'll have to do it anyway. Darren Penny always seems to have dirty shoes. The tops of his shoes are always filthy, almost as if people tread on his shoes wherever he goes, or is it that he's so clumsy he treads on his own? We don't really know. At first we couldn't really think why this would happen, and why Darren would let it continue to happen to numerous pairs of shoes. Well, in doing research for this speech, we've come up with a conclusive answer, and according to the almighty Google, and we hope Mr. Penski can verify this, there is a traditional Turkish custom that immediately after the signing of the wedding register, the couples will race to step on each other's feet, with the winner being considered the most dominant person in the relationship forever after. So, it would appear that Natasha has been practicing for many, many years. And has clearly been winning. And there lies the mystery of Darren's dirty shoes. And I don't think we need to fulfil the custom to know who will continue to be in charge of this relationship.
Don't forget about the other Turkish custom.
Oh yeah, according to Google, if Darren dies...
Whoa, Darren's dying?
No, Matthew, if Darren dies, then Tash will have to marry one of Darren's brothers, John or Dave. I've got to be honest, I'd probably go for John. No offence, Dave. But luckily for Natasha, this custom is less and less common, and Darren is a healthy young man.
Anyway, we've talked and bigged up Mr. Penny considerably, and someone like that would not be able to settle for any old girl. Which brings us on to this stunningly beautiful bride sitting by his side. Natasha, would you please take a stand up for us for a second? I don't think we can ever have too much applause due to this woman. So please, can you all raise your glasses to Natasha?
Natasha!
You can sit there. Sorry. So Darren's already touched on the fact that in Natasha he's met such a wonderful woman, and I just want to reiterate that we're just happy that one of our good friends has found a woman that matches his personality and his qualities, and at the same time is stunningly beautiful. So, I don't think we need to ask why Darren has asked Natasha to marry him and marry her today. The question we need to ask is, why has it taken so long? So, they did meet when they were 18, which is pretty young. And we've already heard the story of how Natasha and Darren met. Now, Darren read his speech to me before he read it here. And he also confided in me that Natasha didn't chase him. That was all made up just to get a laugh out of everyone here. It was more of a Hollywood romance, where Darren was a lonely kitchen porter and burger flipper, chasing after Natasha, a waitress with high aspirations. Anyway, back to the lay of the proposal. So once together, Natasha decided they should spend some time apart. Firstly, she went to university, in order for her to be able to support them both when they had a family. When she returned, she decided she should go travelling without him. Once that was finished, she then decided that Darren should go travelling. But all this was a very long time ago, and it's still been a number of years since then that Darren has taken to ask for Natasha's hand in marriage. We couldn't think of any reason why he's waited so long. I mean, look how well he's done. So, if you do have an idea, please send your answer on the back of a postcard to Darren's done alright, hasn't he?
Gee, have you got something for me? I just saw the staff come over and give you something. I think we've got some postcards already. Let's have a little look here. First one then, because it's a weak and poor excuse for a man. It says here, I think he's in the room actually, his name's Jeff Penny. Is there a Jeff Penny in the room? Second one, he's been asking me for years. Hang on a minute, it's going to kick off. And I'm not too happy about this. Joe, Goodbody, have you been asking for... Come on, what's going on here then?
Actually, here is one from Tash. He had to comply with the contract I made him sign 10 years ago.
Well, I've got a couple more. He's scared of me and my fridge. Lots of love, Natasha's dad. Really nice. How about the fridge? You got to in the fridge. Basically, he locked him in the fridge just to scare him. You know, I think it did scare him quite a lot, actually. He's been putting off changing his name to Penski. Who's this one from? Anonymous. Anyone recognise this handwriting here? It's a bit like yours, mate, to be honest. And finally, Darren has sent one in himself. I've asked her 10 times over the last 5 years, and there's a little sad face from this one. God bless him. Bless him.
So guys, time's getting on a bit, isn't it? And we're getting a bit boring. There is so much we could talk about, but no one wants to put up with us much longer. However, we're trying to prove we're the best men, and there's 3 of us, so there's going to be 3 times longer than any other speech, about 5-10 minutes. So get some more drinks in. Can we get some more drinks in for the guys, please? It's absolutely amazing that so many of you made this journey here today, which Darren has already thanked you for. However, not everyone was able to make it here, which obviously we were gutted about that. So Darren, we've worked with your family in order to amend that as best we can. I would like to take a pause now for 2 short videos. And can I just make a special thank you to Stephanie Legg at the back. She had me out for another video, so bear with me in a second, because Dell don't make PCs like they used to. Bear with.
Hello, Tasha and Darren. Told you we had to be your wedding somehow. So be lots. Look after each other. Have a wonderful day. Love to all the family and your friends. See you soon. Love you.
Hello, you two. Well, we turned up with you one put up with. Well, that's a good one, sorry. Well, very much. Have a lovely day tomorrow. Many happy returns of the day. You're catching us up at 8, Star. Have a wonderful time. Lots of love. That's good.
Bye!
One more to go.
Hi, welcome to season.
guys.
So, we're really hoping that we get to see you again soon. It was so fun because Caution Guard came out last year. And the thing that is important to know is that you want to keep your marriage spicy. And when you come out now, you're going to have an opportunity to stay with us. And when you stay with us, you'll be staying here. Which is what your father and now father-in-law and brother-in-law built. It's Ella's Treehouse, but as Sam and I like to refer to it after 10 p.m., it's the Love Shack. And we'd like to have you stay there and celebrate the joy of marriage within this structure. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that, Darren. Let's get that picture back up. There we are.
I think we could all admit they were lovely videos, but unfortunately for Darren, it is of course customary for the best men to embarrass the groom by telling a couple of stories of his past. Wipe those tears away, mate. We've asked his family and friends to come up with a story that we feel fully encompasses and embarrasses Darren. Of course there were stories we couldn't tell or even mention, such as the time he wet the bed on his 21st birthday night, which he then tried to blame on Dave and Fred. It's always Fred, isn't it? Always Fred. Or stories that are too short, like the time a small Thai boy came up to him in Thailand and said, "Hey mister, your face looks like the moon." So, a common Saturday for Darren involves a game of rugby, often followed by a few beers with his rugger mates. Any rugby boys here? Put your hands up. Where are you?
Come on, Jonathan.
No. You don't play rugby with him. None of them have turned up. But one of these rugby days is particularly interesting and stands out in our lifelong friendship, which relates to another common occurrence in his life. And that is his delicate stomach, which many of you will be aware of. Look at his face over there. You okay, mate? I've been waiting my whole life for this. So on a certain Saturday evening, Darren had finished a few social beers with his rugby friends. Who am I kidding? He was absolutely plastered. He managed to stagger back to his home in his posh Camper Cliffs flat when his poor little sensitive stomach started to complain of all the nasty things he'd been drinking. Oh. And of course this meant it was not your average call of nature, no ladies and gentlemen. This is what's called a red alert. Dave knows what's coming. So after climbing the stairs in his drunken state, he managed to reach the little boy's room. It's here when Darren's fortunes took a tumble. In his drunken autopilot mode, he headed into the toilet and proceeds to let things say, well, let's just say relax. Unfortunately for the drunk Darren, he'd forgotten that earlier in the day the plumbers had come and taken the toilet away and had not yet installed the replacement. It was too late, there was no turning back, and reliable sources tell me that what he left the unsuspecting victim in the morning was not pleasant to say the least. So the moral of the story is, don't use a toilet if there's no toilet in it.
No more stories, Darren, I don't think. No more stories. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to continue on to the evening stage of the stunningly beautiful day that's so far been perfect in every way, and we're sure tonight won't be any different. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you all to celebrate this lovely wedding and help play a part in this lovely day. Darren, my granddad told me that in marriage you can either be happy or you can be right. Looking at you right now, you look pretty happy.
Last little bit. So Natasha, Darren, not to be outdone by Sam. Bumutlu, Galerda, Galina, Vedamada, Tebraglash. According to Google, but verified by the receptionist in the last hotel, congratulations to the bride and groom on their happy union. So, to finish, would everyone please stand and raise a toast to two of the most amazing people I know, an absolutely perfectly matched couple who we can all agree will have a fantastic life together. Natasha and Darren.